we've strayed pretty far from my original point. We've got people behind me.
I mean,
So, well, hold on. I'm just going to give you an opportunity to clearly answer the questions that I had. Given that you are anti-immigration.
Anti-illegal immigration.
Okay, fine. Anti-illegal immigration.
Yes.
That's fine. I'll grant you that.
I want more Elon Musk and less Elon Omars. Does that make sense?
Well, that's bait, but okay.
So that's the type of legal immigration I want. More Elons, less Elons.
Okay. We're going to ignore that bait.
No, but that's my answer. I mean,
you have
merit over Muslim totalitarianism.
You just said you are against some highly educated, highly skilled immigrants that come in based on your personal criteria, fine, and you are against training our young people to fill their shoes. How does this make America more competitive? Okay, and you've spent a lot of time talking about immigration and the fact that some college degrees are worthless, but you have not at all addressed how your viewpoints make America more competitive.
Apprenticeships, trade schools, community colleges. There's other options than four-year colleges to be able to get skills, of which I highly support.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back here on a new video. Today, we're going to be checking out Charlie Kirk takes on final balls of brainwashed college students. This is going to be amazing to watch. I call him Charlie Kick because he loves kicking us. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
Hey, do I just go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you've talked a little bit about American competitiveness tonight, and I'm getting a sense that you're also not a huge fan of college. Is that correct?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, somewhat. And you are also not a fan of immigration. So given those two stances, you are proposing cutting off a substantial part of America's labor supply, both in skilled and unskilled sectors. And you're not encouraging young people, or rather you are actively discouraging young people from gaining the necessary skills to replace the skilled immigrants that are coming in. So given that you hold these two stances, how is America going to become more competitive when you, especially in fields that require highly skilled labor, such as medical research and material science and engineering?
Well, of course I want people to get skills, so that's not a correct representation. Does college provide skills to the majority of people that go? Does a woman's study degree give you any skills that was going to help us fight China?
Well, you're taking, and I know why you're doing
this. That's
this.
a majority of degrees, and people that go to college are in the social sciences, are in communications, and they're in irrelevant degrees, a majority. So a majority of the 21 million people that are in college right now are there studying stuff that you and I would laugh at.
Oh, I wouldn't laugh at that at all. I think that people go to college for a variety of reasons.
No, I know that. But do you think that when we're looking at American competitiveness, studying North African lesbian poetry is going to make us more competitive?
Well, I don't think that a person's decision to pursue an education should be determined by what is necessarily for the greater good of the country.
That's a separate issue. I'm not even contending that. Everyone has a right to do that. You can make whatever path you want. I'm making a broader macro point of competitiveness, that when you have millions of your best people studying stuff that's complete trash and complete nonsense, to just go become mid-level manager, paper pusher bureaucrats, not good. So I do have to ask the question.
Well, you haven't answered my question yet, because you're going on and you're talking about, okay, some degrees are not going to make America...
not some,
okay,
a majority.
I'll grant you that. So you're saying a majority of degrees that are granted in the United States are not going to make America competitive in STEM fields. Okay, fine. I asked, given that you are anti-immigration and that you are disparaging going to college in general...
I'm anti-illegal immigration, just to make sure. I'm anti-foreigners breaking into our country. So I have to clarify you on my position, but go ahead.
So the Trump administration's deportation of academics, that's bad, you would say?
Well, again, it depends on what they're being deported for and what they're teaching and the criteria around that.
So the cancer researcher at, what was it, Boston U, Harvard? Some Boston university that was deported for forgetting to declare frog embryos in her carry-on. That was a dangerous person that needed to be deported. Would you agree with that?
I don't know enough about the frog embryo thief.
Oh, okay. Thief? Oh, no. These were samples
smuggler.
Related to her research.
Frog embryo smuggler. Let's talk more broadly, though. if we are thinking about going up against China, do we want more universities that are of the liberal arts direction, or more that are doing really like artificial intelligence preparedness, astrophysics, engineering, of which of course I totally support, but that's less than 12% of all students that go to college study those things.
So you're asking,
what's going to make us more competitive? The current college model or one that is significantly changed and somewhat reconfigured?
Well, your premise is that we're competing against China.
I would say we're an enemy with the Chinese Communist Party, not just a trading partner, that they're an enemy of the United States. But I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. Back to immigration. I'm against illegal immigration. I want the best people to be here, merit-based, but I don't believe immigration is a charity. You should not come here just because you want to, and we're not going to open our doors as just an act of benevolency. We want the best people that are going to assimilate and make our country more competitive.
So you don't think we should open our doors to anyone with, say, a PhD or a highly skilled?
No, it depends. If you have a PhD and you've written extensively on how the atom was split, and you're from Japan, then yeah, we'll entertain you coming to this country, and we want that, of course. But again, you have to have some nuance into who you're going to let into our country, not just your blanket statement, let anybody with a PhD come into America. That's silly.
You don't think that humanities have any value at all? So history.
Well, I do actually. The way that it's taught and configured. So are you here at University of Wyoming?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you in the humanities, or what are you?
Oh, it depends on who you ask. I'm studying to be a doctor of economics.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah.
So you guys have spent a lot of time studying Thomas Sowell.
Yes.
And Milton Friedman.
Yes.
And F.A. Hayek and Ludwig von Mises.
Yes.
All of that.
My work is actually quite closely related to Friedrich Hayek.
Great. So do you think most college kids across the country are learning Hayek?
Actually, yes. I was introduced to Hayek and Bastiat.
That's a joke, and you know it. Like,
oh, really?
You're the first economics student in the country I ever know that even knows who Hayek is.
Well, I think that's because a lot of people enter economics thinking that it's just another business degree, that it's just about how to run a firm.
It's a rigorous study to obviously go after. The humanities, as they're configured, are wretched to the core with anti-Western teaching, anti-American literature.
What do you mean anti-Western teaching?
An emphasis on Herbert Marcuse and Angela Davis and Kimberly Crenshaw and Judith Butler and Derek Bell.
What's wrong with Angela Davis? She's a great woman.
What, Angela Davis, the outspoken vocal communist?
Yeah.
She's a great woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's why kids shouldn't go to college, to learn from communists. That proves my point. Angela Davis has nothing to offer to the academy. She is the disciple of Herbert Marcuse.
You don't think a diverse education in political theory is useful?
You can learn about those perspectives, but studying them as your primary perspective, do you think
who's studying Angela Davis as their primary perspective? That's a leap. That is a leap.
No, hold on. Angela Davis is, or the postmodern school of thought, brought to you by Marcuse and the Frankfurt School and Jacques Derrida, is the predominant philosophical worldview that is put forward in the humanities across the country. That is a fact.
We've strayed pretty far from my original point. We've got people behind me.
I mean,
well, hold on. I'm just going to give you an opportunity to clearly answer the questions that I had, given that you are anti-immigration.
Anti-illegal immigration.
Okay, fine. Anti-illegal immigration.
Yes.
That's fine. I
want more Elon Musk and less Elon Omars. Does that make sense?
Well, that's bait, but okay.
So that's the type of legal immigration I want. More Elons, less Elons.
Okay. We're going to ignore that bait.
No, but that's my answer. I mean,
you have
merit over Muslim totalitarianism.
You just said you are against some highly educated, highly skilled immigrants that come in based on your personal criteria, fine, and you are against training our young people to fill their shoes. How does this make America more competitive? Okay, and you've spent a lot of time talking about immigration and the fact that some college degrees are worthless, but you have not at all addressed how your viewpoints make America more competitive.
Apprenticeships, trade schools, community colleges. There's other options than four-year colleges to be able to get skills, of which I highly support. Did you know there are 11 million job openings in this country right now that do not require a college degree, that just require some form of technical training? So yes, we need less people going to college and more people that are going to enter the muscular class of this country.
Community college isn't going to teach you how to cure cancer, but that's my time, all right?
Okay, but a community college actually might teach you how to change a tire, which millions of Americans don't know how to do. Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay, this was actually interesting to watch. People who come up to debate Charlie say college itself is impactful. I won't say it's not impactful. It's impactful. But the issue we are having is when you make it your main priority by studying something that have less significant impact in the world. You understand? So that's the issue Charlie is having. It's not like college it's not good. College is good. But spending 4 years to 5 years in college, learning something that have no big impact in the world is terrible. It's like a time wastage. You can spend that same time in something much better that will impact you. Do you understand? That will impact you and impact your entire family and also make you financially stable in the world. You get? So that is exactly what Charlie's point of view is actually saying. That's the entire thing. You studying medicine or law or engineering, you get me? It's a valuable skill, something that is very, very important and the world need. It has a high demand. You understand? That is something valuable. But other courses people are studying, like you'd be like, the people actually study this? You'd be like, you'd be very, very shocked. They're going to study mathematics for 4 years. It's surprising. I'm not saying it's not good, but at the same time, you can spend that same time in something much more better. You understand? So the entire conversation right here was actually good. I got Charlie's point and also the guy's point of view was actually just there. The guys just want to prove Charlie wrong. And he was actually making some sense, but at the same time, not fully. Studying economics is a very beautiful course. But how far can it take you to? To take you into politics, certainly. But you have to think about how far we take it to. Majority of people who are going to campus right now, majority of them are not studying the valuable courses that will impact lives and save people. They're studying random courses that feels like as if you're wasting 4 years, that you can go learn less than the price you're paying in college. That is Charlie's pain right here. And me too is also my pain. I also detest that. Also, illegal immigrants coming to America is terrible. I do not support illegal immigrants coming to America. We should send them back to their home. That's why I love ICE. What they're doing is very incredible. Whether people hate me for that or love me for that, that is their own goddamn business. Illegal immigrants is causing massive harm in America. I just watched the news about some 2 Venezuelan girls who killed someone in America. It's terrible. And they were both illegal. You see what I'm talking about? The lady who they killed right now, she's just dead. Just like that. It's terrible. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. I love Charlie's point of view, and I love how Charlie answered the guy fluently. The guy was bringing the aspect of cancer. People who do not go to college can't help in cancer. But at the same time, people who also go to college, majority of them can't help in pumping tires, can't help fix the tap. You understand? Everybody has their own skill. But at the same time, you should not prioritize going to college, whereas the degree you're studying has no massive impact in the world. It feels like you're wasting 4 years. And the amount of money they're charging for the college is very high. You can spend that time into something much better, and also that money you're spending in college, and you have to invest into the business and grow something meaningful for yourself that will also help the entire world. I'm not saying college is a scam, but at the same time, you have to be very, very smart about your own life decisions. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.